Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the Haunted Basement Studio. I'm your host, Triple B, and in this Daredevil Born Again episode 4 review, this is my initial thoughts of the episode. And if you're like me and you're just a casual watcher, this video is just for you. But if you want to go into like heavy spoilers, you can go watch one of those bigger channels. But for me, man, I thought this episode was a little bit, slow, a little bit boring. But it definitely had a lot of good intention in it. It had a lot of good story development in it. It just took the whole episode for us to get to it. They're going to tease the Punisher in this one. And yes, he does show up in this one. He doesn't show up. Matt Murdock finds him and goes down to his lair. And in their confrontation that they have with each other was pretty good. The Punisher is saying, hey, Matt, you're blaming all this. You're doing all this to get my permission so you can go be a vigilante again because of what happened to Foggy. Yes, Foggy got killed in episode 1. Spoilers, y'all. And Matt does not want to hear it, but he does want to hear it. He needs the Punisher's permission to pretty much go be a vigilante. And that is kind of what the wraparound of this episode is. And it also teases that we may not see the Punisher again in this series, or maybe we will. Because at the end of episode 3, where the White Tiger gets gunned down, straight up bullet right to the temple, and the cops said that they couldn't find no bullet casing. But how this show works with Daredevil's ability with his hearing, it is very great because they do a great sound quality in it, where like he goes to the place where the White Tiger got shot and he kicks a bottle down and the bottle rolls down and it goes into a gutter, into a drain. And so he follows that sound down there, and what does he find there? He finds the bullet casing, and on this bullet casing is the Punisher symbol. And so that's the reason why he goes and finds Frank Castle. He says, hey, someone's trying to copycat you, or was it you? It wasn't the Punisher. But he shows that casing with the Punisher symbol on it, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm flattered. And so that is kind of like where we're going to get introduced with the Punisher into this series so far. But pretty much what this series is all about right now is Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, and his wife Vanessa, right? And how she cheated on him. They're going to marriage counseling, and the marriage counselor, Heather, man, straight up margarita, she's hot as hell. She's like, what happened to Adam? And both of them say, well, we don't know. And at the end of the episode, you see the Kingpin going up to like a certain lair of his, maybe a secret type of hideout where he's gonna get some wine and eat some food. And there's a cage. There's like a prison cell in there. And who's in there? It's Adam. And he's like been being tortured. He's saying, let me out of here. Let me out of here. So, the Kingpin has Vanessa's freaking, dude that she, right? And he's got him captured. And then you see Matt. He gets done after he's making love to Sweet Margarita, man. Oh yeah, Heather. He goes up to like his secret lair in his building, and he opens up the door, and there's all these different masks of Daredevil, and he looks at him and he's just like, oh my god. He like closes it, but then he opens his box and he has his nunchucks or whatever he has there that has all the like the freaking swing blades that come out of it with freaking spears on it, and he's up there practicing. So it's like, Fisk is like living this double life as a mayor, and then Matt Murdock is like still practicing as Daredevil, getting his his skills honed in, because after he talked to the Punisher, and like that pretty much how it ends. Oh, and there's like some crazy villain guy in this one. They show him at the beginning. He's like in like the sewers, and he's carrying like some body, right? And it like throws him on the ground, and at the end of the episode you see him like sucking, like squeezing all the blood out of him. I don't know who this villain is, but we got this other villain hint of a character. So the whole like episode was like 52 minutes long, and pretty much that's all you need to know. where the story's going. There's a bunch of filler in this episode with Matt being a lawyer trying to help out some petty theft guy. That was, just kind of like the side story, nothing going on there, just like a filler episode. So that's why I said it was kind of boring. The only good parts was we got to see, Kingpin holding Adam captive, and then Daredevil, still honing in his skills. Pretty much that's where it goes. And so just a good filler episode. Episode 4, episode 5 is we're going to be halfway through. There's 9 episodes in this series, so maybe it can be good. It kind of fell off a little bit here for me. I see where they're going with the story. I mean, well, not really. I don't see where they're going with the story. Oh yeah, that cop shows up from the first 3 episodes, and Matt confronts him, and they kind of have a little bit of a confrontation where the cop is like, "You better watch your back," and Matt's like, "You better bring more people with you this time, because you know what happened with you last time. I kicked your freaking ass." So yeah, I mean, little hints of where they're going with it. Too much of a filler episode. I mean, it kind of dropped down a little bit for me, but you can see where it's going to go. I'm still going to be watching it, still enjoy it. But yeah, that was my, initial thoughts of Daredevil Born Again episode 4. Again, this is just like, a fan watching it. If you want to watch more spoilers or hear more spoilers, go to Screen Crush or Heavy Spoilers, something like that. You can go have your fill there. But this is just a casual fan checking out this show, and a little bit of a filler episode. All good. We'll see where it goes. I'm definitely going to be there next week to see what happens on Tuesday for episode 5, and hopefully, man, we get Daredevil putting on that outfit. I really hope that we don't have to wait all the way to the last episode for him to put on the outfit and become Daredevil again, but maybe that's where they're going with it. I'm not too sure, man. But man, if you guys like my review of this, my initial thoughts of Daredevil, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel only if you want to. And I want you guys to remember one thing: you keep it haunted. Comics. Laters.